This is Knox Bond with Next Level DJ Coalition and Real Life Music, and you are locked in to Word on the Net.
Mic check, mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2. It's your boy Dame Dozha here with my brother DJ Deceptacon.
What's happening?
And this is the Word on the Net podcast. Special guest in the building today.
Uncle Greatness did this one.
Mr. Knox Bond.
I just got back from Florida, man.
Yeah, we here.
That shit was kind of lit, but I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm
Shout
a little
out
disappointed, man.
I'm gonna watch this Overdue real quick, man, just to
What happened, fam?
get a little more acquainted.
Yeah, one of the guys he was trying out, but he was trying to be
Cause
part
shit,
of the team, you know.
it's all overdue
He
anyway.
got into it with one of the girls. They were saying he was being touchy-feely, and then he borrowed some money. And
Shout out Trill Will.
never hit us up. We couldn't get a
What's
hold
up,
of him.
bro?
Think we can
Yeah,
handle
you
that?
can't do that with
We like
females.
this, you know what I'm saying? We librarians over here. They got some overdue fines. Y'all good with that? You good with that? You can get that?
Shit, man.
Yeah, we'll take
Appreciate
care
it,
of
bro.
it. You know what it is, bro.
You already know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Soon as you stop having people, they overdue. Look, give me my flowers right now, cause they overdue. Look, I done seen batters, ain't need what I'm supposed to do. Look, if you act better, them people run over you. Look, soon as you stop having people, they overdue. Look, give me my flowers right now, cause they overdue. Look, I done seen batters, ain't need what I'm supposed to do. Look, if I done better, them people run over you. Look, I done seen better, seen evil. Blood on my people. They said it don't run when I need you.
What happened?
I'm guessing they need you. We dying to meet you. They killing theyself. Truly be threatening to need you. Scary movie, sequels. About to call the reality set in. Really a weapon, I'm good in your section. Calico on the floor, give me your blessing. With the mob, if you playing, you enter the stretcher. No questions. Respect everybody, I learned a few lessons. Them blessings. Completed my mission, I'm waiting on the next one. Flexing. Waiting on signal, I run in. Oh, look. Booked for a show, then I plan on the road.
Why?
Cause I'm booked. Soon as you stop having people, they overdue. Look, give me my flowers right now, cause they overdue.
1, 2, 3.
Look,
Hey.
I done seen
If you're at
batters,
home,
ain't
say
need
it
what
with
I'm
us.
supposed to do. Look,
Hey.
if you act better,
Say
them
it with
people
us.
run over
1,
you.
2, 3.
Look,
Yeah.
Mommies. I got two mommies.
Got him.
Mob courtesy, nigga.
Yeah.
No, nigga.
Courtesy of the
Come on,
mob.
nigga. Get it, yo, but get
Yeah.
Give me my flowers, hey.
Hey,
Give me my flowers. Your lifetime and the hours that I work, yeah, it's been in them pallets, hey. You don't know my work, secret society send me medallions, hey. Blessed by why your ring castle, the vessel is in it, the challenge, hey. They would've quit with as long as it took. Fortune of flames, yeah, I'm covered in soot. Did what they wanted, they did what they could. They should've known, run them over like shook. Give me my blacks, cause they overdue under the hood, I'll run over you. As we all give me 90, no Roman numerals. It's 93, now it's flowing moving. True, I don't think they know that I've known Calico since 08.
Yo, shout out
Real.
BMF.
Pull up in the lane and I snatch him off the throne like road rage. I will. Oh wait, man, like that ice, I'ma let the hoe skate. Still,
I said,
yeah. I hope that I do not break for the globe's sake.
You heard?
soon as you stop having people, they overdue. Look, give me my flowers right now, cause they overdue.
Hey.
Look, I done seen batters, ain't need what I'm supposed to do. Look, if you act better, them people run over you. Look, soon as you stop having people, they over you. Look, give me my flowers right now, cause they
1,
overdue.
2, 3.
Look, I done seen
Shawty in the
batters, ain't need
background
what I'm
with the
supposed
mask
to
on.
do.
Yeah, shout out my mom right there. You know?
That's your mom?
Yeah, my mom on the left there. You know what I mean? We had a whole bunch of people from Next Level pull up all across the country. You know,
No,
DJs.
man. Fuck that. Let this shit go. Have a good time, man.
Take that nigga chain off,
Come
man.
on, man.
Not taking
That's
the
support,
chain off.
Take that shit
Damn.
off.
Motherfucking chain
Take
off.
that shit off, nigga.
Give it to him.
I don't throw that, you nigga. Hand it to you nice,
Hey,
nigga.
hey, you know what?
Hand it to me nice,
Fuck
nigga.
You know what? Have a good night.
I appreciate it.
Have a
dog.
good night. Hey, TJ.
Night, night, nigga.
Night.
Night.
Oh, no, man. Yes, yes, sir.
Shout
It's
out
the
all
Word
these
on the Net
people.
podcast, man. And we live, man. Nice video, man. Y'all shooting motion pictures low key.
Yeah, man. Like really,
Co-directed by Trill Will.
Yeah. Directed by myself and shot by Humble Greatness Studios. So, if you
freaking
need
dope.
me to direct a music video for you, I do that. I do everything, man. You know what I mean? Like, I could put together the whole team for you. I can get a screenwriter. I do everything in the industry, man.
Okay, so just in case y'all don't know what's going on, man, he does everything, but he got bars, rap, exec, market, and direct, man. You pretty much just a creative director, producer, and shit, he real cool in business because shoot, he done taught me a couple of good business practices already, man. It's Knox Bond, man. Welcome to the Word on the Net podcast, my bro.
Hey, it's my pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me, Dame. Shout out my guy DJ Deceptacon. I told y'all it's next level to the motherfucking dirt settle. We ain't playing.
We ain't playing, man.
So yeah, originally from Kansas, and you reside in Atlanta right now, right?
Yeah, Atlanta via Kansas, via Wichita, Kansas.
Wichita.
316 up. You know what I'm saying?
In case they
That's
didn't
my
know,
city.
Tell us a little
Shout
something
out to
about
Wichita.
Wichita, the transition from Wichita to Atlanta.
Completely different than what I thought it would be. I took over Wichita as far as the music industry, as far as just being out there. Like, I shopped at every store there was to shop at. Literally bought everything there was to buy from the malls. Like, it wasn't nothing else to buy. I was the 5-time undefeated champion of the Battle of the Fresh Jams on Power 93.9 before
That's
they
hard.
even changed to 93.5. Ben had the radio station, sponsored a concert. I was already established. And, yeah, man, it's just, it was like, there was nothing left to do in Wichita, Kansas. There was nothing left to do. I mean, like, they only got a few clubs. They only bring an artist out every once in a while. The same people bring them out, and there's a lot of nepotism involved, just like any other city. So they put on the people that are close to them. And I love Wichita, so I would consistently do things for the city, and at the same time kind of be blacklisted and blackballed from the people who ran the music industry part. So it was like it was the opposite of what's going on right now. Right now, it's apparent, it's obvious. I walk in a room and everybody knows me from like every angle, from the doorman to the owner of the club to the promoter to the DJ, and they all show me a lot of respect in real life. In Wichita, it wasn't like that because nobody took anything that I was doing seriously. They looked at it like, okay, you're just a local rapper just like us. You're not anything just like us. So they weren't realizing. I mean, like, even with that video, Overdue, bro, we had 10 different DJs fly in from all over the country just to be on that music video.
That's hard.
And the performance that we did, which we then that same night we did like a showcase in the city, but we didn't charge anybody. We didn't charge the people at the door. We didn't charge the artists to perform. We let them bring in their whole family. We gave away record deals on the stage. We gave away, free marketing deals, marketing and distribution. We stamped some people with the streets, which, forever changed their life. So it's like, we just try to give back. Well, I just try to give back as much as I can. And when it didn't, like, if the same people are in charge of every concert in a city
Every year.
every year, every week, every month, then they consistently put on their cousins, or their brothers or their nephews.
And they also
Friends
don't
and
work
shit.
hard at doing any extra research at bringing anybody different, or just expanding the portfolio. Why would they have to?
Well, like, here's something that I'll never be able to understand. An artist came to my city, and I met him before he ever began to blow. Shout out Yella Beezy. And when Yella Beezy came to my city to perform in the club, somebody was paying him to perform in that club and showing him the love that he didn't show the artists in our city. So it was always hard for me to understand of like, okay, if you have this power to break an artist, why do you not reach back and work with the artist? You know what I'm saying? Like, and put somebody else on. So I just had to put myself on.
Yeah, I got theories about that, honestly. Some of it I think is the risk involved sometimes. You know what I mean? When you do put somebody on, you're risking your own reputation by doing so, right? That's in any state of business, right? And then the other part of it is the monetary thing. I think people are kind of greedy. You know what I mean? So if they put on all the talented people who didn't have the funding to do so, they're taking out of their own pie. So they look at it that way. Just like, okay, Kool-Aid learned how to make Kool-Aid. They could keep the secret formula to themselves, right? Or they could license it out.
I'm at the same point, but like it's different when they don't give you the option. Like I'm talking about like the reason that I really got irritated and really started building my company, because I created my company in 2008. So it's not the reason that I started my company, but it's the reason that I really started developing is I really learned that nobody really had the power to break me by themselves.
Yeah, that's true too.
Like it's a whole network, and it takes a whole group of people, and there's like this whole other industry where a lot of people eat and a lot of bills are paid off of artists buying services that in the end it's not going to really move the ball forward. You see what I'm saying?
Right,
so like it's like the people that are in the music industry, they got to feed their family.
True.
And they have to pay bills.
Now, do you think it's a right or a privilege? Correction. Do you think it's a right, a privilege, or a chance?
I need you to expound on that. Do I think what is a right, a privilege, or a chance?
Being able to feed your family off of your music.
That is a highly guarded privilege.
Okay.
That is the end goal. And a lot of people get mixed up in it.
Okay.
Because they feel entitled that that's the goal. And so they start with the mindset of I have to make money off of this, or my talent is 100% going to get me in the door because I'm the best. Mm-hmm. Well, okay, we get it, but every artist is the best.
Right.
Like, if you don't have that mindset, then it means that you don't have the self-esteem and you don't have that confidence. You're supposed to feel like that. But there's a line where it becomes an entitlement.
True. I mean, for some people, all right, so put it in perspective, right? For some people, I feel like they have the actual talent, right?
Right.
They have the actual work ethic, right? And I feel like they get frustrated with the industry because the industry doesn't recognize that they have both of those things.
Well, it doesn't owe them that.
It doesn't.
Like,
it doesn't owe it to them.
It's like the industry is a non-regulated industry. So I mean, that means like
absolutely.
It's like it's a shark and piranha and alligator infested swamp. It's not the ocean.
Correct.
And it's a really deep swamp. So it's like artists, they get things twisted. They get so perspective is everything, right? And so like since they have this entitlement of I get to be a celebrity, like bro, the American dream is to not have a job, is to make money off of nothing. And that's the whole concept, is your name and your visibility is so high that people are willing to pay you to come to their club, to perform, to be able to do a feature. That's the end goal, right?
Correct,
so
correct.
Artists want that like off the bat, but it's like, why do I want you on this song? Like, oh, because I'm great. I'm better than you. So what else? right? So like, because I feel, of course, because I'm an artist, I feel like I'm the best rapper that's ever been born, but I'm also a scientist. So I look at what makes me the best rapper that's ever been born. If you take out anything that's subjective and you look at the technical proficiency and you look at the fact that I can rhyme 15 syllables in a row 4 times on a 16-bar rhyme scheme, or I can do 2 syllables and I'm a punchline rapper and I got metaphors and I can tell stories and I can rap and say words you throw at me. That's what I base it off of. So then I'm like, okay, who do you think is a better rapper than me based on those specifications? And we can literally sit here and measure and be like, okay, who is using more syllables to rhyme? Who has more complicated rhyme sequences? And it becomes a matter of, okay, well, technically speaking, I'm a better rapper than you.
Got you.
But rap also is more than the action. It is the way it's received, right? It's measured on the way the reaction, and then that is then sent to what is the value that's built from the reaction, right? So
well, not to me, because rap is about speaking your heart and telling your story. Because the one thing that nobody can do better than you is tell your story. And so if you look for the wrong things, if you write music to be famous, you'll never be famous. So like, the labels have a trillion, bazillion, gillion dollars. So it's not fair to try to compare yourself with the record label, because I'll give you a perfect example, right? Like, there's artists that don't have to pay for the same platforms that other artists have to pay for.
Correct.
It's that simple. That's the whole industry.
Yeah.
There's one side of it that's monetized, and there's another side that the industry uses to break their artists that's not monetized. It's done because it benefits the platform.
Yeah, I mean, at that point though, for the platforms that I know of, if the talent ain't there, bro, or at least the
Nah, but you know, I'm sorry to cut you off like that, but again, rap is valued, and it is an ability, right? So most folks have an ability to and are quick with it to be able to speak on rhythm. Not most folks, but the most folks that are praised to the high, regard in rap, they have the ability to be quick with it. That means they're creative with their words, their wordplay. They have a great cadence and delivery and performance for the most part. Some may be weaker than others. They have a market about themselves, or that they built for themselves, that makes a lot of money, whether or not they've been shot.
Are we talking about successful rappers in the industry?
I'm speaking on measuring the best rapper. And I feel
that's all subjective, though. You
it's
can't
all
get a definitive answer for any of that.
It's all subjective. So you're right when you say every rapper should feel that they're the best, right?
Right.
But I feel that right now ain't no best, and a lot of folks are too busy feeling or too entitled feeling that they have the best raps.
Well, right, or they feel it's not that. It's just they feel like having the best raps deserves a certain level of treatment.
Right.
Or money.
So now reality clashes, because in reality they're not the best rapper, and the reality is showing them that they're not the best rapper because they're not getting the rewards that the best rapper would receive. But people are delusional, and they would rather have delusion than admit that they're not the best rapper, because they're also narcissistic.
you feel like all rappers to be a rapper? I feel like you kind of have to be narcissistic to a certain degree.
I'm not narcissistic at all.
To a certain degree.
You don't believe you the best?
Well, narcissism to me, that's not narcissism, that's self-esteem. Narcissism to me is when you basically can't admit any faults. Like you can't acknowledge that you've done something wrong. So like if you step on somebody's foot instead of simply apologizing for stepping on their foot, you're gonna somehow blame them or turn it into something that they did to you and do some gaslighting bullshit. Like that's what narcissism is to me, is somebody who cannot admit that they're wrong. They can't admit their faults. They're willing to lie and twist the truth before they will stand on the fact that they did something wrong.
That makes sense.
Or they're not the best. You see what I'm saying? So
now how do you feel about, okay, so I feel like where the whole artists have to be narcissistic comes from, right? It's not narcissistic. I feel like it's just not humble. Does that make sense? It's hard to be humble and a rapper, if that makes sense. Because a humble rapper, most people want to hear a confident rapper. They don't want to hear a humble rapper.
well,
you know?
I think the problem is that the number one important thing in life is your energy. How you hold yourself, how you talk, how you treat people.
Right.
And your energy kind of outweighs everything, right? Because if you're the best rapper, whether it's subjective or technical,
Right.
either way, what are you like around people? Like if you're invited somewhere, you can get invited there once, but are they going to invite you back? Because did you act the right way? I'm not talking about clubs. I'm talking about closed doors. I'm talking about
Meetings,
places people can't
meetups
go.
and stuff. Yeah.
It's because like, you know, the higher up in the music industry you go, the smaller these circles get. And everybody knows everybody.
That's true.
And we don't want everybody at the top. We don't want everybody to be a rapper. We don't want everybody to be an R&B singer. We want
It's
some
empty,
people.
right? It's empty.
Yeah, it's empty. Yep. We want some people to be DJs and some people to be promoters and some engineers and some graphic artists and some models and some fans who don't do anything other than praise other people's music.
It's hard to just be one thing nowadays, though, and survive.
I couldn't be one thing. I had to build a whole fucking syndicate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I realized the whole system is set up for us to fail. I spent money on money on money on money.
Well, there's a lot of folks out there that get in a position and they be selling wrong information.
Yeah.
Well, because
or withholding, you know, the right information for the right folks. And
it's called gatekeepers, bro.
But there is no gatekeepers. They say there are no gatekeepers now.
No, there are, because there's people who flat out tell you no. See, you get to a point where it's no longer about anything. It's not about money. It's not about who you know. It's not about anything. It's just a no. Like, just no. Like, I give you an example. We used a sample from Glycerine and made a beat that me and Mickey Fax did a song on it. And we took it to the record label and we tried to get an approval and they said no. They just no. Like that was their
lease.
initial answer. Like,
no mechanical royalty, no nothing, just no.
No. And then I was like, that's crazy. Like, can we do? And it was like, if you bring $50,000, you can come to the table and have a discussion, but we won't guarantee it.
Oh yeah, nah.
Yeah, like it was just a no. Or like, if you call somebody that's at one of the big magazines, Rolling Stones, Complex, Picture Music, no.
Yeah.
No, it's just a no. You can't buy your way in. You can't talk your way in. No, we don't want you. Like, wait a minute. So there are certain things that there's gatekeepers, man. There's certain people that stop progress in almost every aspect.
You know what? I guess I get where you come from because I'll be preaching to a lot of record label execs and so forth. Instead of them approaching certain DJs or certain people in the industry about promoting their stuff, to have me do it instead, because it's like, okay, I'm a DJ. They're not even gonna hit me with the same number that they're gonna hit most artists with, if they hit me with a number at all.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this: like if the platform has a price, then it's that system we talked about. It's not a real editorial platform.
Right. It's not a. What's the other word for
advertorial? It's an advertorial platform. It's not an editorial. It's a paid platform.
Right. Paid platform. But what do they call it when you're just raw journalism, basically? You know what I'm saying? That's what you consider a true.
Yeah, that's an editorial, right?
Okay, true editorial platform.
Yeah,
okay,
you don't there's no pay. There's like
no
that's why they
payover
call
for
them Spotify editorial playlists. Like you can't buy them.
Got you.
Say niggas gonna tell you no.
No.
Well, I feel
a lot of people, so many people in this industry, when you get to the high level, bro, it's just a no.
Yeah, somebody got to tell them something about you.
No, because it's like they don't give you a reason.
Oh, they're not gonna tell you that,
because they're non-confrontational. That's what nobody tells you.
Yeah.
That's why your confrontational ass can't make it, because everybody at the top is non-confrontational. They don't want to talk to you about it. They don't want to argue with you about it. That's why you got to have a lawyer talk to them. Like, they don't want to talk to you. They know your energy's trash.
Oh, put them on game. Put them on game, Knox. Put them on game, Knox.
Knox, you sound a lot me. Like, just even why you left. Speaking on gatekeepers, I've been blackballed, and it came from trolling early on the internet without realizing what trolling was, right?
I got kicked off of Twitter like for beefing with Talib Kweli, so I'm right there with you.
Oh shit!
And I
was getting 100,000.
I thought I was
tweets,
just had my opinion. I'm a hip hop historian.
You can't just say your opinion on the internet, man. Are you crazy?
Yeah.
You don't know if these are commercial corporate platforms that are designed to push a narrative?
Yeah.
And so, Dame the hater. But you know, the hater sometimes
gets kicked off the platform. It be like that.
Yeah, the hater sometimes get kicked off the platform.
You a
but
truth
you know, sometimes
man.
You doggone
not
truth
on
teller.
Twitter. Listen.
Oh, man, don't be calling me no
my
truth
shit
teller
was
on no podcast.
this
man.
what fucked me up. Look, this what fucked me up. Nah, you good, bro. You good, bro. The Illuminati, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like, you know, they don't fuck with me because I'm highly connected. So you good. You cool.
But you know, a lot of the times, sometimes when you're ahead of the wave, I've learned that folks don't know how to consume what you're doing, because you are doing something that's brand new that they've never seen before.
They're not supposed to, though, because if they did, then you wouldn't be able to make any progress.
Right. Because you can't make any progress without going through something. Right?
You have to be grounded.
You have to in engineering, you have to fuck up a song or a few to at least figure out how you should correct that fuck up. And if you have the will to get through the problem, just like some people have the will to finish a puzzle, some people have the will to finish a Rubik's Cube, some people have the will to only finish a video game, some people have the will to finish a meal, cooking it. But having the will to rap, drop a mixtape or a song, perform that song in front of people, promote yourself on a daily like it's a job.
That's a bare minimum, bro. Congratulations.
That's only the bare minimum. But a lot of folks don't have the will to do that. And they have this misconception of thinking, if I get signed, everybody's gonna do it for me. If I get a part of the label,
hold on. Let me pause. Let me not to interrupt, but you have to already be doing that to get signed.
Now, for sure.
So like, well, no, it's always been that way. If you don't have a plug basically a record label is a giant bank, and what they do is they fund different imprints, and then if you become competition, they buy you out. So it's like, it's really simple. The concept's always been that you have to develop as an artist, and you have to be in business for yourself and make money until the big guys come and they be like, here you go, here's some millions of dollars, now we want ownership of your music.
Yep.
What kills me is this entitled crybaby millionaire. Like, how the fuck are you going to complain about your contract when you're wearing $1 million on your chest? Like, it makes, like, you won. Fuck are you talking about? You not living day to day no more. So it's like, you have people that are filthy fucking rich because of this music industry, because of the record deal, who now spit on the record deal and the record labels that raised them. It's like, as a record label, I'm like, fuck y'all too.
Oh, that's
you know
true.
what I mean? Like, no, I don't want to sign your ass. You ain't got no fucking fans.
I think what it is that when you look at traditional business, music industry is not traditional, right?
It's a non-regulated industry,
right,
so it's a
right,
whole different.
But normally, I put up the bread for it. You do all the work, right? What percentage do I normally get in the business world for that?
0.
No, if I put up all the money, no, I could just be
Oh,
an
if
angel
you
investor.
put up
if I
the
put up all the
money,
money,
I
but
thought
you
you
do
was
all the
okay.
work. You do all the work, but I put up the bread for whatever it is that we're doing.
What
normally do you get in a regular business?
There isn't one. A percentage is not. That's why you have 80-20 deals, 50-50 deals, 60-40 deals. It's unregulated.
It's negotiable.
Right. So there's not really a. If you're funding it and I do all the work, what's fair is
Right.
50-50.
Okay, so that's what you consider fair, right?
That's what I consider fair.
Right, and that's okay. So for a music industry deal, I could see that. You see what I'm saying? For a standard contract, though, let's say if you want to
That's
get,
only the partnership deals that come like that, though.
think about it in loan, and think about it in loan
That's
percentage.
my deals.
If you want
I
to,
do 50-50 deals. You know
let's say to break an artist in a small town. Let's say we had a what? How much you thinking that'll be? Around what?
What's the
Like an
point?
amount of So like, let's say it just costs 10,000.
Follow me. What's the point of breaking an artist in a small town?
Oh, longevity. As far as my experience, longevity. Small town people remember the artists that fuck with them.
If you're not
For
known
longer.
but in this, okay, so finish your question. Finish your question. So as far as what does it take to break an artist in a small town?
I said small town instead of just to make it a smaller budget. You feel me?
No money whatsoever.
Okay, Atlanta. Let's just
It
say
takes
around
how much? Okay,
generally.
would you say that I'm in the process of breaking in Atlanta? Correct.
Correct. I would say that you're well on your way. You're exchanging that, but your time is still valuable. You feel?
Well, we can't. We'll go back to that.
I knew you was
go
gonna
back
go there.
to
I
that.
knew you was gonna go there. You put in the work. Look, if you put in the work, man, you're gonna get results, and you can do it from the ground up. That's guerrilla marketing.
Right. So
You know what I'm saying?
if you ask the question, if I did not own
Right.
the syndicate and I
Correct.
was not who I am,
And let's say you just paid
how
your way.
much money would it be?
Just paying your way.
Paying your way?
Paying your way.
Man, you got to think, right? So, shit, bro. It really depends on like, it's. I wish it was that cut and dry.
It's not that cut and dry. You're right. So
You
my
could spend
benchmark-
10 grand and sit there and still be in the exact same position.
True.
You could
Now-
spend 20 grand and be in the same position. You could spend $100,000 and be in the same position. It's all about the quarterback. It's all about like who is telling
is who?
you how to spend the money and helping you with your connections and your network. Now let's say
That's true.
Let's say it's nobody. Let's say that it's
There's
you.
nobody. It's hella
Now I'm
expensive
an
at that
artist. I'm an artist in Atlanta that decides, hey, I want to join the music industry. The first thing that I'm going to do is get a motherfucking job outside of the music industry and
Of
make a
course.
whole bunch of
You're
money
gonna need
to
it.
fund yourself. Because
need
what you're doing is you're trying to buy your way into a position other people own already, and they don't want you to fucking have it.
True. My benchmark normally is from different interviews that I've heard and so forth. Like Dolph
Right.
stated at one point, for one of his years of spending, it was around $200,000 is what he spent, and I think that was earlier in his career when he was trying to get known, paying for the tour, like the Sprinter van to go here, there, and everywhere, billboards, marketing materials and things that you kind of have to pay for. Not like some of the
But you really,
gatekeeper stuff.
It's like, but check it out,
Rest in
bro.
peace,
I'm
Dolph.
gonna put you on the game. Rest in peace, Dolph. That was the first artist to ever, stamp me, co-sign me, from his personal Facebook account. He tagged me PRE. You know what I'm saying? So rest in peace, Dolph, for sure. It's just not as clear cut as people think. Okay, so let's look at it logically, and let's take out the entitlement factor.
Right. Okay.
Of everybody can be an artist.
True.
Because the hard, cold truth is a lot of people, no matter what they do or how much money they put into it, they're going to fail.
Let's say it's talent. Okay, but let me speed past it so I can get to the point, because I was taking a minute.
Right now, it's not talent, though. It's popularity.
Right. But
so
you
can spend money wisely and attain popularity.
There you go. Let's just say it was $20,000. Let's just say theoretically it's $20,000.
Okay, so if I have a $20,000 budget, can I make an artist popular in Atlanta?
Oh no,
I can make an artist popular in Atlanta for nothing.
Oh, true. So if you had 20, it would make it easier, harder, the same. Easier, right?
Easier, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, obvious, because I'd use stuff that was outside the network.
What would a bank charge you for $20,000? You know the answer to this, because this is a general statement. You have decent credit. The bank is going to charge you what for a loan of $20,000?
Usually anywhere from 5 to 10%.
That is the answer to the question I was saying earlier. If I did put up all
that's
the money,
an administration deal.
Okay, but you see what I'm saying? If I put up all the money,
right,
and you do all the work, the most that most people understand from other industries is that you're supposed to get between 5 to 15%.
As the worker?
No, as the investor. The investor's supposed to only get like 5 to 15%. The worker's supposed to get the bulk of that outside of operations costs.
Well, okay, but what's another field aside from banks that would apply
in? Let's say, for instance, if I were to fund a startup. You know what I'm saying? If I'm doing a funding campaign for a startup, and let's say I want to do something off of Kickstarter. Right. A lot of times the biggest percentage that they even allot to somebody would be around 15%. Now, where those
but
deals
that's
get
not
bigger,
50% stake in the company.
Correct.
Either, though.
Correct. That's just angel investing.
And you're so again,
with music industry, it's flopped. Well, it's like 85% that way.
But you're not really doing. Okay, so here's what you got to understand. The label is not only the investor, they're the ones doing all the work.
Okay.
You're the entertainer.
Right.
You're an interchangeable entertainer that they've put in your position 10 million times.
Correct.
That's why people, used to be like, damn, I need a record. Like me, hey, bro, y'all major labels, come give me $1 million, bro. I'm with it, bro. Y'all, I don't give a fuck about no masters, no copyright. Y'all want 3 albums, bro? I'll make that shit in a month, and then we can do another deal next month, and I make you another fucking 3 albums, bro. Y'all kidding me, bro? Y'all can have a whole fucking 100%, bro. Give me my $1 million.
That's why I said that, because that's what people don't understand. That's what it takes for the music industry. We're not normal. This isn't a normal business arena.
It's like they're funding your dreams, bro. You're so fucking lucky. What you mean, bro? You found somebody who believes in you enough to work for free, and then not only to work for free, but to give you a fucking loan that you don't have the credit to back up, that they know you can't fucking pay, and take a chance and spend fucking $2 million on breaking you when they don't have a guarantee that they're ever gonna make a motherfucking dollar.
So
you want to be mad at them?
The odds of a motherfucker getting that type of deal is slim to nothing. Because it's not a great investment most of the time.
Because there's not any popular artists, man. It's all smoke and mirrors.
There you go.
So, the whole fucking system, bro. Okay, if one of y'all could both do math, right? You do math, Dame, right? Yeah. Okay, you do math, Deceptacon, right?
Yeah.
Y'all tell me what the fuck kind of math 175 million divided by 100 billion is. That's like fractions, right? So there's 175 million active Spotify accounts because there's 350 million, and they've said that half of them are fake. Okay.
Okay.
So y'all explain to me how 175 million active Spotify accounts generate 100 billion streams a month. And I'm just going to sit here and wait for y'all.
Oh,
And
the
if you need a
streams a month.
blackboard, and if you need a blackboard, figure that out
We really
for
need to
me.
do that. Hold on, wait. You said, let me tell you this right now, because I feel like I can get close to that. So
Because one artist alone gets like 3 billion streams in a fucking week,
how many,
right?
How many billions? How many billions of streams?
Let's use a benchmark. Let's say 100 billion streams are total on Spotify per month.
100 billion.
Between all the top people, because I've seen single songs with 26 billion fucking streams, right? So
Okay. 26
so
billion
let's
streams.
say 100 billion streams.
Over what time frame? This is over a year?
We don't
Or
know a
total?
time frame. We're just using a general rule of thumb. The question
time
is
the factor on that.
well, no, because the question is 175 million accounts generated that amount of streams.
Uh-huh.
How many times would they each have had to stream that fucking song?
That one
Every
song.
account in America
26
would have had
billion.
to stream the song hundreds
your
of
calculator.
thousands of times.
So 26 billion divided by
Joe broke my
175
calculator.
million.
He broke my
It's only
calculator.
148 times per account.
Right, so every account in the world would have to listen to your song 148 times just
if you
for
had
that
26
many
billion-
streams.
yeah, if you got 26 billion streams.
Every account in the world would
Yeah.
have had to listen to your song 20. That math, if that
Well,
math adds up to y'all.
Now look, now
Hey.
now what I will say is this: because of Tidal and DJs, now I know that number can be closer to obtained. Because if I'm a DJ and I play an artist song at least 6 to 7 times per week, you know what I'm saying, personally, just me, on Tidal, and all those streams count, then I listen to it in the car and I listen to it at the house, I can populate quite a few streams just as an individual. You see what I mean?
So check this out, right? So if you played my song every day,
Right.
how many streams would I have at the end of the year?
Considering I can do up to 2 streams of each one of your songs per hour. If I'm a super fan.
But
Let's
you're
say-
not
let's say
going
all
to.
I listen to.
But no, let's say you streamed it one time a day.
Well, okay, only one time a day. I can only
And
do
you played it every
365.
day, then you could do 365.
in
And if
one
you
year.
did, and if you listen to it 10 times a day,
Right?
then that would be
36,000.
1,500.
Yeah.
So if somebody listened to your song every day, 10 times a day, it would only generate 36,500 streams.
Okay,
So
so 36,500 times 175 million.
well, that's if every account is doing that.
Okay, let's say half.
What's the probability of any account doing that?
Well, yeah. I-
Remember when they were saying that there were the accounts that had 0 plays?
Yeah.
And it's like, so many accounts. I think all of the marketing moves when they do announcements is just to cap.
Well,
And
it's like it's all money, bro. It's all money. Like you got to understand that this is billions of dollars being generated for real. Like this is billions of dollars that are being generated off of streams. Nothing else matters. Like
no
if
one
you
knows
look
how to
at
count it.
if you look at how much money the record labels are making, they're making more money than they've ever made in history. So regardless of what's being said, what publicity is being said, what PR is being said about this, that, don't get it confused, man. They're making more money than they ever made.
And they are and everything is not as expensive. And they've done a lot of these moves already. So a lot of it is happening more organic than it used to, as far as some of the viral hits. Like Ice Spice, I feel, happened organic, and then it got hyper boost.
Nah, there was nothing organic about it, man. She had a major label behind her, and people just aren't acknowledging that. I don't know what's up with publicity right now. I don't know. It's weird, bro. Just like they're saying that there hasn't been a record that hit number 1, and like The Weeknd had a record that hit number 1. So it's like there's a lot of confusing stuff going on right now. But it's called a Mindy deal, right? It's a major independent. They don't want anybody to know that you're signed to a major label, so you can still have that organic feel but you have a major label push behind you. It ain't no way around it. You have a major label push behind you. You showed up in everybody's stream the same way as Coi Leray. And Coi Leray's personal team is my guy Aton Ben Horn and Mike Karen.
And I didn't believe that she only sold
than
10K in 1 month. Her first week. I didn't believe that she did 10K, and then Rallo Rodriguez came the next week and did 39, 36.
Well, right, because you're talking about album sales when nobody's marketing albums. And so it's kind of backfiring in everybody's face because they're taking 15 seconds. Bro, everybody has everything confused because of perception right now. So everybody thinks that, all that's important is this 15 seconds of fame, and they forgot about the actual music. And like creating timeless music that DJs can play in clubs and they can put in movies and that people relate to, and it makes them cry and it makes them laugh and it makes them feel some type of way. Like they forgot about the music. And so the thing is that, man, there's mainstream artists that can't rap. There's mainstream artists that don't know the basic 4-bar structure that's a secret code within the society of rap. And the gatekeepers, y'all know what I'm talking about, man. Y'all rappers, y'all know what I'm talking about, man. They broke the code, bro. They allowing people in who don't know the 4-bar rule. They're allowing people, and they don't know the 2-bar exception via 50 Cent and Jam Master Jay. So they don't know either one of them. And so what they'll do is they'll rhyme, 3 bars, and then the 4th bar won't rhyme. And it's like, wait a minute, man. Like, what just happened? Like, you don't know how to rap. It's an unwritten, concrete, absolute rule out of any rapper that I can name that is considered to be an elite rapper. And some of the rappers that are being let in the gate do not know the rules of the game, because the people who are letting them in the gate don't know the fucking rules of the game. So that's why I built my company, man. We come in and we're like, hey, listen, come here. I'm going to tell you the rules of the game, but you got to sign a lifetime contract and swear an oath of loyalty. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay. All right. Diamonds are forever, for sure.
You know what I mean? Like, because I'm going to really teach you how to rap. Like, I'm going to teach you, like, the secret rules that
now
everybody knows that you don't.
So now me and Dane debate about this topic all the time, because there's a couple artists that I like their non-rapping, if that makes sense. So I look at it as poetry.
There's plenty,
you have
bro.
free verse poetry. Some shit doesn't make any sense, Knox, and I agree. There's no substance to it.
Well, they're just not allowed to be elite rappers. That's all, man. They're kept in a certain position.
I say give them another genre. That's what I say, right? All the non-rapper rappers,
I like
give
it.
them their own genre.
Yeah, because you're not rapping.
But that'll cut down on all of the damn debates, because it's like, I agree with what he's saying 99.9% of the time, that I look at it as lyricism. The lyricists are lyricists, and they're elite because they're lyricists. It's hard to be a good lyricist.
Well, so I look at lyricism as a very specific thing.
Okay.
So lyricism is when you use the same syllables again and again and again in rapid succession. So like there's a multi-syllabatic rapper, which is where at the end of your rhyme schemes, you're either going to rhyme 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 bars or 6 bars, or if you're elite, like maybe 15 bars, you know what I mean? But I don't know anybody who ever did that but me. But so aside from that, there's the lyricism, which is where it kind of sounds like your tongue's doing front flips and back flips, and you're saying things that are like psychotic and erotic, from tonic and chronic, bubonic, cosmonic, ironic poems and sonnets. That's on it. So it's 2 syllables in fast succession. That's what lyricism is. Whereas a multi-syllabatic rhyme scheme is like a rap, like a punchline rapper, somebody who uses similes and things like that. That's what is considered to be an elite rapper. The Lil Waynes, the Jay-Z's, the Drakes, the Nicki Minaj's. That's, you feel what I mean?
For sure.
What do you say to those that are saying that doesn't matter anymore? Again, it's more so shock, shake that ass hoe. Booty Hole Brown.
Well, how the fuck you gonna shock somebody in this day and age? Like, I mean, it's nothing left to shock them with, bro. It's they running out of shit to shock them with, bro.
Right, because at one point, even Eminem, at one point Eminem shocked the world with tying his girlfriend up, and and talking about his mom. And being allowed to actually even do that,
bro.
because
Talking about your mom got you famous back in the day, bro. Yeah. They're so desensitized right now. How many TikTok kids talk about their mom on motherfucking TikTok, bro?
A lot.
So,
and it don't get them nowhere. It don't get them nowhere.
You talk about your mama all day long, bro.
She might make a TikTok back at your ass.
Man, it's a whole different industry, bro. They're competing with every 6-year-old with a phone.
Yeah.
But a lot of folks still feel that
it's true.
The lyrical part is two things I want to push back, just on the sake of pushing back on.
Sure.
I agree with you for one on the folks not knowing the rules, right? I also have a rule that I tell artists when it comes to creating, there are no rules, because every rule that I was told, or you couldn't rap on Jack beats, we can't play this on the radio, whatever it is, that's all those rules have been broken.
Unregulated industry.
It has to be mixed a certain type of way. Oh, this is, mixtape only type of song. Whatever the rules was, right?
Right.
And so along with that became, you have to rhyme every time. You have to really be on beat all the time, like basically being on beat. And then there are certain rappers who had a personality to be able to bend that rule, although they are still respected as far as their craft, a la Plies,
Master P,
Boosie, Silk, the Shocker,
Birdman. Boosie can rhyme.
Boosie be rhyming.
Boosie can rhyme.
He be on tempo.
Boosie can rhyme. Andy's the realest.
Early on, the early Boosie, he had it was the voice for one that had like a kind of, some folks got into it and some folks never could really get into it quite. And then I'm talking about early on, he wasn't really rhyming on the same scheme.
Okay.
Where, like you said, the four bar, his 4-bar scheme wasn't on point. He would break the 4-bar scheme, but he wouldn't break it on the 4th bar. He would break it on the 2nd bar at least. Okay. Right? And so,
right, but 50 Cent gave us that exception through Jam Master Jay. 50 Cent is the one who started doing 2-syllable rhyme schemes. And so he kind of created that avenue for somebody to be able to rhyme every 2 syllables. The problem is sometimes they still switch it on that 3rd one and they still on beat. You know what I mean?
And even with the rhyme scheme, it's just the tempo of a person kind of going at it, right? And at first, you kind of don't even understand the new cadence from the baby to. I feel like now everything.
Shout out to Baby,
you
man.
have to
He
be
was one of the hottest rappers that came out. Man, he came out, and again, it's something he has in common with Boosie. He's real, so he's certified. It's not an image. It's not a gimmick. That's why the Baby is in a different position than the new artists who have a single hit. Even though, the industry turned against him, but he has a core fan base because he came in real. The streets recognize Boosie regardless of how he raps. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because he's real and he's a spokesman. You know what I mean? Like on almost like a national level. He's almost like the president of hip hop, bro. Like, he make a statement on every topic, and he got a lot of respect.
And because he feels that he has to speak on it because he one of the last ones. He one of the last ones left out here. And I'm not really saying anything about his brand as far as rapping on beat, but there are people who challenge the quote unquote rules in the industry, and those that challenge the rules.
Facts.
And stretch it and do it with integrity and are real, they seem to break in and have their own and have their own new lane. You know,
Well, read
shout out
that
to
for
Lil
me.
Yachty.
Read that for me right there. What's it say on that screen right there?
Music executives are increasingly depressed. Why are they depressed? As they're having trouble finding artists that can sell out shows and be known for just one viral hit.
Not
be known for just one viral hit.
Just one viral hit.
Olivia Rodrigo and Ice Spice are named as rare breakthrough artists in today's music. And again, Ice Spice, even with her rhyme pattern, right?
Shout out Ice Spice.
I feel like her rhyme pattern mixed with, of course, her marketable look, the label, and social media allowed her to jumpstart and basically warp zone the industry and do in 12 months what used to take 8 to 5 years. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, like used to a long time ago. Look how quick they did it with Cardi B. They literally just broke the
launched her.
record like as soon as like
They just threw her on there.
they said, "Boom, she famous.
but
Y'all
look,
accept it." You know what I'm saying?
She was already
Like,
on TV and so forth too.
She was on Love and Hip Hop,
she was
and
on
that
Love and
gave her.
Hip-Hop.
But when that major label got behind her,
Yeah,
boy,
it was over
she
with.
went up so fast, bro, so fast.
But she got
it was
the
it was so
personality for it,
impressive.
Knox.
Man, I
She
love her.
deserved it. She
I
deserved
told you
it.
the first
She
thing is the
deserved it.
energy.
Yeah.
Like the energy, Cardi B's energy is captivating. Like she'll
It
light up
is.
a whole room. You know what I
Yes.
mean? So it's like, as an artist, they don't have that same like ability to stand out, and it kind of stops them from progressing forward because they think it's all based on the music.
And it's not.
Like it's all based. So let me give you an example.
So you got to
right?
be your own gatekeeper. Basically, is the message.
My message was always put in the music, and it was well, what I said is we gonna burn the motherfucking gates down and leave the gatekeepers in the mud. So get down or lay down.
Yeah, cause we never really even we just got to Atlanta. Like we was on the reason to leave is sometimes to avoid the gatekeepers, and sometimes you go from one. There are gatekeepers everywhere.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you have to, when you leave, at least the gatekeepers in your hometown, at least you feel that you will learn, to fight differently.
Listen, man, you gotta build the fucking jet if the motherfucking gate is in the way. You gotta go over that bitch. You gotta build a ladder. You gotta find an alternate route. But what I did personally is I just put the new generation of gatekeepers into position so that ultimately there's a whole bunch of gates, but I got the key. So now I ain't gotta burn them to the ground.
A skeleton key at that.
Hey, look, I just need a key to the gate. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put you in position, turn your fucking gate into a mansion. You know what I mean? So that's the thing, is like the industry, the design of the industry is really interesting, and it's set where few people get rich off the back of a lot of people. And so I just built a system that's completely different, and everybody gets rich together. My whole goal, y'all let me know what you think of this, right? I want to get rich off of making other people rich. I want you to make $1 million, and I want to make $1 million off of that. And I want you to make $1 million, and I want to make $1 million off of that. And all I want to do is kind of give you all the ingredients and the recipe and the network and all that shit. And I don't want to do nothing. How do y'all feel about that? Are y'all mad at me because I don't want to do nothing, or are you grateful you got $1 million?
Interesting.
I'm grateful that I have $1 million.
Say it one more time. Say it one more time.
My whole goal is I want to get rich
Right.
by making other people rich.
Okay.
So I want to give them the fishing pole
Okay.
instead of the fish.
Okay.
I don't want to give them no fucking fish because I don't do handouts.
Do you think you could teach
But I wanna-
anybody how to fish?
I know I can teach anybody how to fish.
Okay.
So I want to give you the fishing pole and the instructions and the network and the water full of fish and probably a boat to get across the water and a radar detector in the boat to find the fish. I'm going to make it real fucking easy for you.
Okay. I'm with you.
To get the fish. You
Okay.
see what I'm saying? But I don't want to give you no handouts. I don't want to go fishing and then give you my fucking fish. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to give you everything you need to get as many fish as you could possibly need. And then at the end of the day, you know, you just got to acknowledge it came from me and come give me half of your motherfucking fish.
They ain't gonna do none of that shit, man. I'm just kidding. Nah, they gonna do it.
Well,
They
but
gonna
that's
do it,
okay
but
if they
Most
don't
folks have a
want
problem with
to.
that. Most
A
folks
lot
have
of
problem with
folks
that.
do
Right,
have a
so
problem. It's right though, but
it's okay.
correct.
So the question is, do
It's
you
a
want the
fair
$1 million
deal.
or do you have a problem with it?
It's a fair fucking deal to me. I think you're right. It's. I mean,
Would
from what you
want
said,
the
it's a
$1
fair
million?
deal.
Is it okay for me to make $1 million even though I'm not working? I'm employing you. I'm not working. I'm employing you, but I'm showing you exactly how and helping you make $1 million.
People do it now. I mean,
That's what a
it's
record deal is.
I mean, or YouTube. Just you doing a tutorial on YouTube, you can make $1 million off of teaching me how to make $1 million.
Right, but YouTube's gonna make all the money.
Oh, they'll make a shit ton more than what we make, but yeah.
So that's what I'm talking about is in the position of YouTube. What are they doing?
Makes sense.
What are they doing? They're providing a fucking search index for you to upload your video, but they're getting the majority of the money.
And controlling
the
the index.
So again, just think realistically, and it's not a rhetorical question. If somebody was like, "Look, I want to get rich off of making you rich. I want you to make $1 million, and I'm gonna make $1 million off it."
And that is the question that, in layman's terms, when it comes to you discovering or partnering, I'll say partnering with an artist or entity or brand and signing them, right? And in the terms of you're going to then take that brand, make them $1 million, but you're also going to recoup your millions, and they shouldn't have any problem with the millions that you're making.
That's exactly it. Because but they always have the choice to not use me and just stay broke.
I love that.
But they haven't failed enough. I've been in this music industry for a long time, and the reason I know so many people is because I've been consistent for a long time. And I failed a lot. You gotta fail 1 million times to win once, man. So it's a lot of failing. It's a lot of rejection. It's a lot of heartbreak. It's a lot of, broken promises and bad energy and conflicts and confrontations and fights and fucking shootouts. And, life is real. Life is real, man. And you just gotta keep working and keep pushing and keep, you know what I'm saying? So what you doing 20 years from now?
Yeah. Have another route ready, right? Something that you already feel yourself fitting in while you can simultaneously be creative.
You got to figure out how to feed your family first off, man. Like, you going to sit here and tell your fucking kids, like, they're like, what do you want? What, we're hungry. And you're like, hold on, baby, I'm about to sell a mixtape. Get your broke ass up and get a job. What the fuck you talking about, man?
Yeah, man, but I've been there, but not with a baby. But I've been there as far as the job and selling the music.
I quit my job to sell music in Sanford, North Carolina. I sold 10,000 CDs in 3 days. So if you gonna be selling CDs, what the fuck you broke for? Like, if we going back to that, like,
right?
You see what I'm saying? Like, it's like half-assed with everything you gonna do, then nothing's gonna get done right. But if you want to really do shit right and go sell CDs and print them up and work for yourself, you can make a lot of money.
Yeah.
Not no more, because you can't sell no fucking CDs.
But you can sell yourself.
Man, it's all about right now. That's all it is you gotta get popular and then motherfucking capitalize on it. That's the whole
yes.
That's the whole shit, man. So if you not popping on Instagram, you ain't shit.
If you ain't got
And
no
they say
haters, you ain't popping.
And they say, how do you get popping on Instagram without sacrificing your soul?
You hire me as a creative director for $3,000.
There you go. It's not bad. You go and you pay the gatekeeper.
And then that gatekeeper may know how to maneuver with your budget. And for those of you that
quarterback budgets. That's because there's so many scammers. So you ask me, hey, I got $10,000. What should I do? I say you should give it to me, dumbass. Okay, good. Now let's make you famous.
Sounds about right.
You know what I mean?
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
I want to also kind of comment on, from a podcast perspective. Earlier we said the number is really relative as far as it's not as far as the amount, right? Whether it's what one person can do with what may take one person $50,000, another person probably can do with $20,000,
and another person could do it for nothing.
Could do it for nothing, right? And to say also, there was a podcast that paid $300 and got an actor, and then they paid another $300 and got a comedian. And then after that comedian, they went viral. Or as they are marketing the story to be, right? This is how we went viral.
Right.
We paid the $300.
No, that's correct. That is exactly how you do it. I go on interviews so that the interviews, which have a smaller platform than me, can then have little video clips that we cut up and we put on my Instagram page with my fan base who are like a thriving, active, commenting, interactive, reposting, sharing, promotional network, posting on websites and picking stuff up and putting it on radio stations type of fan base.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then your podcast becomes much more popular because I was on it. That's how it works. If you want to do that, just hit up my manager. His name's CEO Miami Mike.
That you better.
You know what I mean? So hit up CEO Miami Mike and be like, "Hey, I need Knox Bond on my podcast so that my podcast can pop."
Tell him what's his Instagram?
CEO Miami Mike.
Oh, that's his Instagram name too.
That's
cool.
my manager. So and shout out Soldier Boy PTE. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So it is
SOD. Yeah.
Several different routes, right? And
T-Woods.
And some folks have access to different I can't even say right behind cars to drive down these routes, maybe faster or slower, or take more people because I got a bigger car, or as you said, I made a bigger jet.
Well, that's the whole
to jump over the gates, right?
Yeah, they already got a jet.
They already got a jet.
They already built that bitch.
Right.
So they don't have no gatekeepers.
So
where they got keys to all the gates.
And I may feel, just to even get some self therapy out of this, the problem that I didn't realize was how to sell to the people that I had the keys.
So it's all about respect, man, and respecting people's businesses. It's those two things, man. So as a human being, respect is almost the most important thing to me. Like, I live and die for respect type shit. Like, that's, aside from the money, aside from anything else, like, I be having confrontations in public and my fans know it. Like, fuck Ricky, you know what I'm saying? We all know what it is. Hey, you know what I mean? I'm gonna put it in songs. It's funny as fuck. Fuck Ricky, you know what I'm saying? So
we don't fuck with Ricky.
We don't fuck with Ricky, man. You know what I'm saying? We don't fuck with Ricky. But at the same time,
who is Ricky?
It ain't no beef. I don't know.
Oh, okay. All right, I was making sure.
I don't know, man. I don't know. So it ain't no
Ricky might be my
because
cousin,
if it was beef, we would have handled the beef when it was right there. So now it's just I'm just on some like 50 Cent type shit where like kind of like Ja Rule, like I'm just really clowning him and making memes and shit. But really, that's what I'm saying. Like, so then my record label hits me up, the one that I'm president of, and is like, yo, let's tone down the confrontational shit and take the guns off the Instagram page. Yeah. So I had to tell them, like, I'll step back and take my name off the Instagram page as the leadership so that I'm not affiliated. You see what I'm saying? So like people can't immediately see and blame the record label for me doing something fucking wild, like getting in a fight in a club with 20 people at Monaco. You know what I mean? Like, hey, shout out RBR though, bro. That's the fam now. You know what I mean? It's crazy how shit works. Shout out 808 Mafia God, and shout out actual 808 Mafia. My guy Fuse. Just
Fuse, Southside. What's up, my boys?
You know what I'm saying? Southside.
That's my
guy. Love them guys.
Yeah.
Them is the fun.
And like
That's
you
the
said, it
family
is
right there.
CL.
If you really,
That's the family right
and
there,
when
for
you
sure.
really out here,
I love Fuse, man. You got great energy.
you gonna run into the ones you have to run into when you really putting in the work.
Oh yeah. Like you're gonna see a very small group of people.
But see, my thing is, I never really been a big, hey, let's take a picture type of thing.
Well, it's not about the picture; it's about the relationship. Like, artists, you have to check in with Bigger Rankin at some point in your career. There's literally no way around it. Like, you have to check in with Bigger Rankin. Like, if Bigger Rankin hasn't talked to you or given you a stamp or given you a cosign, then you really haven't done what you're supposed to do. There's a lot of people in the industry that they've been here for a long time, and you need to build relationships with them. Just like Rap Juggernaut, you know what I'm saying? That's bro. You know what I'm saying? That is my bro. That's my brother. Shout out Kingpin. You know what I mean?
Kingpin the Don.
You know what I mean?
Shout out to Cheat Code Podcast, man.
Yeah.
I check them out all the time.
Yeah, you got to check in with DJ Johnny O. It's like these are the people who
Nerve DJs
who run the coalitions. People are just not understanding.
Tony Neal, Big X, Funky.
So a lot of folks feel.
Hold on, let me explain this. So because this is ironic as fuck. So they understand that they have to check in with Big X and with the people that run these coalitions. Mm-hmm. But somehow they don't understand who I am. But what I could tell you is that my big brother Rap Juggernaut is on Next Level DJ Coalition. You've seen the flyer.
Right.
My big brother Johnny O is on Next Level DJ Coalition.
So now, Knox, here's my thing though. Just for why this is the case.
Right.
You said that you've been doing this for, well, not doing music, but as far as the Next Level DJ Coalition, many years?
2008.
Since 2008. Core for certain, Fleet for certain, Coalition for certain, and I believe Nerve also, all before that time.
I'm gonna have to double check that, but what I will tell you, we've only been active for like a year.
But I'm saying that's the only reason.
Maybe 2 years.
Okay, so 3 or 4 more years, it's gonna be just because
people don't know yet.
Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying is like if people really knew
people
who they were talking to. Yeah, they're not like on it. Like check this out. Like
that's how stocks work. It's the same thing with stocks. A lot of people don't get in early,
and a lot of folks
then they wait until the boom happens. But the people who got in earlier who benefit from the boom for real because you're running the price through the roof now.
I own the whole. That's what people don't get. Like, and not only the coalition, I own the record label that owns the DJ coalition. So, like, we get to control. The problem with the other DJ coalitions, and they're all fam. So shout out to all of them, but they, each one of them, kind of has difficulty getting all the DJs unified to do one thing, like break a new artist without the label behind it, because each DJ charges for their own individual platform. So it kind of be like cutting their own throat. So what happens is, you know, you do an email blast, and then you have a bunch of other DJs who hit you up, and they say, hey, come on mine. Here's what I charge, you know, to do a mixtape or for social media promo. Or it's like, it's this big business, you know, racket where everybody's just kind of making money, and nobody's really thinking about how can I break this artist? What can I do to break this artist? They don't have to, because there's other artists that come around with the label backing that allow them to get the plaques. So this is really, like, it's complicated, right? So there's no way to really coordinate everybody. So I built a way into the actual, like, bones of the company, to where the foundation and the structure revolves around us being able to unify and breaking artists. Like, that's the whole point, is, you know, being able to have every DJ push the same record at the same time, and then be able to get on the Billboard charts without spending $1. Like, that's the goal. We've got, you know, DJs that pick it up and put it in radio rotation, or we got to get, you know, 3,000 to 5,000 spins a week.
Right, to hit the bottom of the 200.
No, to hit the top, to hit the number one spot.
200 per week?
Number 10. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Top 10 spot. Oh, is that easy now?
Oh yeah, bro. The number one spot, like Justin Bieber gets like 7,000 a week.
Oh,
so
you're right. Fuck, it's horrible now.
But the problem is, I haven't done the new math. There were like 458 radio stations that were media-based, BDS certified.
Correct.
Fucking BDS is gone. And media base did not take on any of the fucking stations that were online or internet radio. Like, they're like highly unique radio specifically, or K100 radio. Like, they got dropped.
Dozha radio.
But they're media base.
But they're covered by Sound Exchange though.
But it's not the same. See, Sound Exchange is like a royalty collection company that collects money from radio stations if they pay a Sound Exchange license, which 90% of internet radio stations don't pay for it. Right? So which is crazy, because they don't understand the risk they take. The law is that if you play a song and you don't have a license for it, and you play it willingly, and you get audited by the FCC, it's $100,000 fine per song. Correct. That you don't have a license for. So like, if the FCC were to come in on the radio station, they'd shut them down, because it's not, you know, they're not paying the artist. So none of these online radio stations are paying the artist, and I know this because I have Sound Exchange. So, you know, I know where my songs get played, and I know that I haven't been cut checks for the platforms that they've been played on. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and it's like, they throw the wool over your eyes with that goofy ass digital radio tracker, which, you know what I'm saying, is not a real thing. It's like a fucking participation trophy, which kind of amplifies the problem of everybody thinking that they can be a celebrity and the entitlement, because now who the fuck are you to tell me, because I got a number one certificate from Digital Radio Tracker by paying Matt $5,000.
Right.
Oh, okay, but what's the music sound like? Doesn't fucking matter. Doesn't matter. Okay, so here's the caveat. Is it Matthew? Michael Matthews? I don't remember his name. He's a fucking jerk. All right, so basically, and again, I'm separate from Next Level. So Next Level might still fuck with whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I have a leadership team that does that. But on a personal level, you know, when you speak to me with respect or not at all, because this shit ain't no fucking music. This shit ain't no fucking, like, I stand on my respect. So like, whether you talking to me in person or on the phone, like, it's like, I'm what happens if the trolls are in real life, like, and don't give a fuck and are like stand on everything they say. Like, I might like get kicked off of Facebook for telling somebody to dig their motherfucking mama up out the grave and ask her how she feel about the fact that you're a bitch. Like, that happened in real life. Like, it ain't got nothing to do with the music industry. So a lot of these people are just not respectful, because like I said, 95% of people are narcissistic. So I have found that I don't want to fucking talk to nobody. Like if you want to have a conversation with Knox Bond and you're not a DJ and you're not a badass female and you ain't got a bag of money, then you need to first contact Trill Will and pay him whatever fucking fee it is for the lessons and instructions on being able to have a conversation with Knox Bond and then have him conference you in. And I'm not fucking joking.
You talk to Huey, Huey talks to me.
Shit.
Never over the phone. You got it?
Real shit, man. Like if you not giving me money and I'm not signing you to a record deal and you're not a badass bitch, then and you're not a DJ or a promoter or you know what I'm saying, somebody in the music industry that's involved with one of my companies, don't even fucking talk to. Ain't no point in talking to me, bro. Don't talk to me because you don't have no respect and it's gonna go left and you're gonna look at me and you're gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna say or do something and I'm gonna respond in a way that you're not expecting.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So get your shit together. Go through the right roads. Pay your tolls. In other words,
there's no way around it, man. You gotta literally have good energy and make friends and be popular and have people that like you enough to come and check on you every day. Like that's it, bro. Like you have to be a good person and build relationships with other good people and stay away from negativity, and you have to not be narcissistic, and it's not meant for everybody. I'm gonna tell you what I mean. Like, look, if I want you to be a rapper, then I can make you a rapper. I had a girl that I met and I met her off of Tinder, but I liked her and she seemed cool. So I helped her write a song and brought her to the studio and executive produced it and showed her how to sing it and then created a cover and created a name and then got that out to the DJs and created a fucking fan base overnight. I didn't know she could sing. You know what I mean? It didn't matter. It was irrelevant because the talent might be 2%. It might be 2% in this music industry. Popularity? Now that shit's, man, I don't know. I'd say at this point, popularity is a good 80%.
Yeah.
80% maybe, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It might be even more.
Well, network is still invaluable. Who you know, how you know them, and what they owe you.
Key word, what they owe you. Meaning what did you do to put you in the position of value to them? And what do they owe you?
That's a key crystal diamond, you know what I mean? Whatever y'all want to call it right there.
And the right
man.
people owing you, keeping people in your pocket is a good thing. Like,
I'd be bad at that shit. I'd be looking at that shit like disrespect sometimes, but I can't cap.
I got a DJ that owed me
because I pay what I owe. You feel me?
Nah, but all right. So let me give you an example.
I get it.
If I take you and I put you on K-Slay,
okay,
or I take you and I put you on Sway in the Morning,
I
don't know why I said that. Rest in peace. If I take you and I put you on Sway in the Morning, is it worth owing me?
Here's my thing. If there's no way, if there wasn't a way to pay for Sway in the Morning, you feel me? Because if there's a way to pay for Sway in the Morning, and I know I can pay for it,
but you're doing it without paying for it.
Okay, if I'm doing it without paying for it, I owe you, right?
Hit your button. Yeah. Hit your button. That's it. That's it. That's a bar. Hit your button. That's it. That's the bar right there. Right there. That's it. Say it again. Say it again though. But say it again though.
If you put me on something and I don't have to pay, I owe you.
Boom. 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 I'm putting people on 30 radio stations.
Okay, I get where he coming from. Okay.
I'm putting people in a chat room that changes their whole fucking timeline and destiny.
Got you.
Because I put them in there. Don't forget that I put you there. Don't forget that I built this company that allows people to maneuver. So guess what? Now here's the caveat. Now if we talking on some personal shit, guess what? If you rep Next Level DJ Coalition, my DJ coalition, and you use it to benefit yourself and grow your career. It doesn't matter if you give me acknowledgement, because had I not put you in that coalition, you wouldn't have met the people
that you met
right, to be able to have the growth. So a lot of people, they join Next Level, they get their network partially a part of my network, they're satisfied with it, and they jump ship. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is I got my own network now. Like, you got your own network, all right, but I own the syndicate, bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It happens all the time, man. All the time, bro. You know, an artist comes in with 200 followers. We get them 20,000 followers in 6 months. Like, they're the real organic followers. When they come back like, hey, man, I did this. This based off the strength of my music and my talent and my skill. And then we drop their ass and they still at 20,000 followers.
Hey, man.
In real life, man. I'm just telling you my
folks,
experience.
Some folks don't really get it. No, they don't get that.
Steve Lobel said I'm wrong, Gritty. I guess it matches, right? And colorful look like a fucking
They don't get
character.
that it's just a lot more. What they said in Transformers Deceptacon?
What?
More than meets the eye.
Oh, more than meets the eye.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
It's
a
more than
lot
meets the
deeper
eye.
than
And
it looks.
for some folks, like, what do you say to someone that will say, why am I going to listen to, a white boy from Kansas tell me about a rhyme scheme?
You know, that
It's
is
your
an
word to your mother,
excellent
by the way.
question.
It's the word to the mother.
So integrity is very important. It's, doing the right thing because it's the right thing to do it when nobody's looking. It's doing the right thing for no other reason than it's the right thing to do. And regardless of political correct leanings and persuasion, there is such a thing as right and wrong. And what I'm saying is right. And if you know, you know. And if you don't, you're welcome.
You're welcome, because there you go. And for some folks, they still won't listen. Like, for those that tell people all the time to don't
They're
rap on the
narcissistic.
2-track, when you are starting out and you want to impress your audience.
Well, you have to. You have to. Hold on. Let me. And again, I have a different
some
way
folks
of
say
thinking.
Don't rap on the 2-track.
You have to, because you have to start with mixtape shit, because it's beats that people already recognize. So people are always going to respond to what they already recognize.
Not that 2-track. When performing.
So it is the 2-track.
I mean, when performing. You're right. I understand what you're saying. When performing.
When
performing.
Okay. So it's harder. It's this simple, bro. Like, no joke. Like, it's harder.
Yeah.
You understand? It's a lot more difficult to not have a background track, because if you forget the words, then you're gonna look dumb as fuck. But
I like when people put the ins and outs, at least in the background. Ins and outs and ad libs, but lead the main.
Hold on though. But I'm gonna go off the
That's
best
a
to
TV
do
track.
it. I'm gonna go off the best to do it. So let's look at Busta Rhymes, because he is the best at performing lyrics on a stage without a vocal backing.
But shout out Spliff Star.
Very
as well.
difficult.
He might have the best. He might have the best hype man of all time.
Shout out
That's his hype
Rampage
man.
too. You know what I'm saying? A whole lot of flip mode shit.
Yeah.
But so it can be done, and when done correctly, it is amazing. It's mesmerizing, and it stands out. So I've been to showcases where every single person is doing the song over it, and then I come out and I actually rap it, and you can hear the difference. You can clearly hear, like, okay, I'm performing this for you. My goal as an artist is to give you everything that I have, and just keep it all the way raw and authentic. So if I come in and I perform a song for you without the backing, that's more intimate. Like, that is very specifically for you. We not in a recording studio. There's no effects on it. There's no compressor. There's no equalizer. This is my voice to your ears.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna tell you why the other guys can't do it. Well, some of them. I'm not gonna speak for everybody, but listen to how many effects are on their vocals.
Yeah.
they gonna go out there sounding flat, man. They gonna go out there, and show the world. It's so much harder. I want to
or
give
you
a
can
shout
hire
out to all the singers.
Deceptacon to get your show track to sound like your real track. So that way, when you sing in the microphone, we could do your auto tune and stuff live at your show. But you got to fly me out wherever it at, and you got to pay me $3,000.
But then you got but then you got your
Capitalism, motherfucker.
And you got to go through Knox to get it done.
Yeah. And I'm charging a stack, so now it's 4, bitch.
Drops controller. Yeah.
Oh man. Don't have no heart attack. Nobody out there don't have no heart attack.
It'll be worth it though. It'll be worth it. You gonna sound crispy as fuck.
Man, you gonna sound so motherfucking dope, man.
And you gonna have motherfuckers pull up to your show because Knox said so.
That's one hell of a
if
conundrum.
you pay me, bro. If you have to pay me specifically to promote your show, like outside of anything else. Otherwise, it's your fucking job as a promoter to bring the fans.
That's true.
It's your fucking job.
So does that mean that people turn people into gatekeepers? Because I don't know if you're like me, I would rather the motherfucker learn to do it they fucking self anyway because I got enough shit going on, right? But if you're gonna disturb my train of thought and peace and work shit that I got going on, you gotta pay me. My time's valuable.
It's the same thing with so promoters hit me up all the time and they're like, hey, listen, we want you to come to the club. We're gonna give you free entry. We're going to give you a VIP section and, we're going to give you a flyer so you can promote it. And I'm like, thank you. I appreciate that greatly. My booking fee is $500 at the moment because I came down because I'm under new management. They recommended that I come down. And so if you would like me to perform at your place of establishment and entertain your employees, then you're going to need to pay me my booking fee, and then I can pull up and do that because it's a business. Now, how many employees or patrons or customers you have is going to be based on the promoter that you hire and the promoter doing their job. Now, if they're a good promoter, like one Saturday or two official, then the place is going to be wall to wall packed, where people like DJ Lil Mark can get up and entertain the crowd and make them wave their hands side to side. But if you go up to your cousin and you're like, hey, bro, I'm going to let you be a promoter for my club.
Right.
Here you go. You can have Tuesdays. You can have Tuesdays.
Janky promoters.
Then what the promoters are going to do, because they don't know how to fucking be a promoter. They don't know how to fill a club up. That's an actual job.
Right.
So instead of that, they're going to hit up all the artists. They're going to say, hey, I need all of you artists to come in and promote this flyer that I'm giving you and perform for free and entertain my people and promote. Do Man, I don't want to be a fucking club promoter. Listen, every fucking club in Atlanta is hitting me up asking them if I do events, bro. Guess what my cost is? Fuck no sales, fuck no whatever. Like I no real shit, bro. Like Boss's Club in Alabama. Like, hey man, can you, if you do weekly events, we'll give you a door and we'll give you this and we'll give you that. I'm not a fucking club promoter. You gotta give me $3,000. Hit the motherfucker. $3,000.
Damn it.
If you want me to get your motherfucking club popping, man. It ain't got shit to do with performing. But I'm not a club promoter. Go holler at like Two Official or One Saturday.
Yeah,
or,
get that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, man, they know how to fill up a fucking club for real.
So,
like, for real.
We do this thing.
No, man, you really want to fill up a fucking venue, bro? Go holler at AG Touring, bro. Give them a bag of money, bro. I bet you they'll fill your venue past that motherfucker being able to be open.
Sure.
So again, you have to have a budget, but you also should be smart and wise on how you spend your budget. The Word on the Net podcast. This particular episode turned into a big word to your mother. We have a segment that's called Word to Your Mother, where we have you, just shout outs.
He gave his word to the mother already.
Yeah. His whole podcast was kind of the word to your mother. But it's like your shout outs or or letting the folks know what you need to let the folks know, and you pretty much letting them know. Like, again, there's a lot of cap in the industry going on, and a lot of people are falling for the bullshit, and they buy into these misconceptions instead of buying into.
Well, let's
people
do a
with
wrap up. I hear what you're saying. Okay, so word to your mama. Or is it mother or
mother.
Mother, like you from New York.
Mother, whatever.
All right. So, word to your mother. The wrong people are getting rich in the music industry. And nobody knows how to break an artist. Everybody thinks that it's all a big gamble. There are unwritten rules in music on a higher level that nobody will ever tell you.
Well,
Every artist is not meant to succeed. Everybody's music is not good.
dun, 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 dun.
And if your energy as a human being sucks, and you're a piece of shit, we don't want you to fucking make it. Spread that bullshit, trash ass fucking energy across the country and the world.
You took it to revival.
We don't want you. We don't want you.
Revival with that.
We don't want you. We don't want you. Don't come around here with that stuff. Get on up out of here because we don't want you.
Let go. Hey, you was preaching with that one, bro.
Word to your mother, man.
Word to your mother, man.
Like, stop falling for the bullshit.
Motherfuckers. Man, I hate a motherfucking liar, man. And like, I don't know, bro. Like, it's like, why don't y'all just like tell your story? Just tell your story, man. Just stop fucking lying, bro. Like, I appear to be the only one in the music industry, unless like there's some areas where there's some real ass rappers now. Don't get me wrong. There's some real ass rappers. It's a lot of real ass rappers that are involved in the streets. But there's a lot of them that ain't. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of them that I guess they just vicariously living through other people or, you know, whatever it is, like writing fairy tales and shit where, you know, they was looking out the window and was like, yo, that shit look cool. Let me rap about it and act like I did it. And, you know, it's not. Here's the biggest, I'm going to tell you my biggest, if I could change one motherfucking thing in the music industry, no fake jewelry allowed.
No fake jewelry allowed.
No fake jewelry.
No fake jewelry allowed. And I'm going to tell you why.
No fake jewelry.
That's the one thing I would change, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I feel like the fake jewelry is a part of what creates the entitlement. And it sucks, man, because when you really go out there and you really grind and work and get, you know, $15,000 for a chain, and you run into people who are much broker than you, much broker than you, and they come in there with, you know, and you're smart, so you know math, so you're able to look at their neck and say, wait a minute, that's $150,000 at the store I was just at. Like, I was looking at the one for 20 and was thinking about buying it, and it was a little, you know what I'm saying? So you're telling me that this broke ass motherfucker has more money than me. Now, mind you, I got a house in Atlanta, a house in Kansas, a car in Atlanta, a car in Kansas. You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing all right. I put my brother to work. You know, I gave my mom a job, man. Fuck the dumb shit. So I'm doing all right. You know what I'm saying? I went and spent fucking $5,000 on shoes in the night. But you got more money than me. But you broke for real. But you got $100,000. I'm confused as a motherfucker, bro. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's an insult. It is an insult to people who really spend a lot of fucking money on jewelry, man. Because I ain't even there yet. I ain't got $100,000 on my fucking neck, man. How the fuck do you? I'm just saying.
I was once told I'm not really into the jewelry thing. Like, I've always kind of like watches and all that. Just growing up, hats. I really never really been into it. But you know, in the industry, the gaudy trinkets is kind of, you know, the gatekeeper sometimes. and without your trinket or token that someone can remember you with, or even label you authentic or worthy, because of course you went through something and got the reward enough to purchase this trinket, so now that you can come back and show folks. Having that became the ultimate gatekeeper in hip hop, and everyone had to have some type of chain.
But they can just lie about it and not actually do the fucking work that's behind
that's
it.
That's where the
and
gold
just,
and diamond testers come in at, where people
like,
be
that
walking around
shit's
testing
crazy,
people's
man.
shit.
No, you can look, bro. Come on, you can
But
look
I
at
feel
people.
like I feel like it is what it is, because we spoke about it on the podcast before. Ocho Cinco said that he bought fake jewelry, right? And he would wear fake jewelry just because
Shout out Ocho Cinco,
safety,
man. I met him in
and a
Orlando.
lot of different reasons, whatever his reason was for it. But again, if he had on his neck, folks wouldn't really say much compared to who had it on their neck, because who he was, right? They didn't really question him, he said, because they knew he already had the money to.
So they assume it's real.
To purchase whatever it was, and they never seen any jewelry, so they could not ID it. Akon was just on Drink Champs, and he was wearing a knockoff Dior. It said whatever it said. It was a knockoff Dior. I'll clip it up. But afterwards, he went back and said, "Oh, I did that for the engagement," right? But he had enough money. Folks are feeling like, well, you should know that it's knockoff. But at the same time, he African. He probably don't give a fuck about that shit for real. He probably,
He probably just bought it somewhere in Africa, at some type of a, you know what I'm saying, at some type of a market that they had in Africa, and was just more concerned about supporting his people,
right?
And
then just
being
put
able
it
to
on.
help them. Been the image.
So, basically, what I'm saying is you have, like you said, fake. They should not be allowed, but there's a lot of smoke and mirrors in the industry that gets people in. It's just on kind of how they're wearing it, because at the end of the day, it's a character at the end of the day, right? And
no, see, that's the problem. So with my record label, Real Life Music, it's authentic. It's not a character. It's not a gimmick. There's really a 40 on my hip right now. Look at me. There's really a 40 on my hip right now. Is there not?
Yeah.
I really pulled up here by myself at dark in Atlanta with the 40 on my hip. Did I not?
Yeah.
There was really 20 people out in the parking lot when I hopped up out my car. Was there not?
Yeah, they had.
These are facts.
Yeah.
And I didn't know none of them.
Yeah.
So it's not about that, man. It's about
be prepared.
Do you want success in the music industry, like the level of Lil Wayne and Lil Baby and Drake, or do you want to make $50,000 a year in the music industry? Listen, I'm gonna give you this is the keys right here, bro. If you just want to make $50,000 to $100,000 a year, send an email to iwanttobeabroker@gmail.com. I will give you a job as a freight broker, which is one of the most coveted jobs in the world, where you can make $100,000 by yourself. I'll give you a job as a freight broker, but here's my bet. You're not willing to fucking work for it. I'll give you $1 million of insurance.
Can I do that from home?
Absolutely.
Oh,
this applies to y'all.
I can make even more
Yeah,
money?
listen. I'll give you
shit.
$1 million insurance policy so you ain't got to worry about it. I'll give you a MC number so that you can have a motor carrier number and be able to legally move loads. I'll be able to give you all of the dispatch team and the paperwork team that do the back end of the loads. All you got to do is get up, get on the phone, make phone calls, from fucking 8 o'clock in the morning to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And you could potentially make $20,000 a month and then use that to fund your music career. And then you would stop feeling entitled and you would just spend some fucking money and start some fucking relationships, because sometimes money opens doors.
Knox, I'm going to do it for him. I'm going to get that job and work the job, right? to fund some lucky motherfucker's career. Because that's the time
That's
that
dope.
I just be chilling during that time.
So
frame of the day.
look, watch how quick it is. Pull up your phone, send an email
Okay.
to This is the type of shit
Doing
I
this shit
be
live.
on.
We doing this shit right
This
now.
is the type of shit I be on. I'm not gonna sit
Right
there and
now.
look at a fucking email and then look at it and read it and respond it. I'm automating everything. Fuck that. So send an email to iwanttobeabroker@gmail.com. Check your inbox
He said, I want to be a broker at gmail.com.
at gmail.com.
And
then just
to. Oh, I'm spacing it out. I'm spelling this shit.
yep.
I want to be
T-O,
a.
be a broker at gmail.com. Now that's going to give you
Okay,
detailed
and then the other alternative is because I want more money than that.
Man, you can make as much
What subject?
money
What I put in the subject?
as anything. It doesn't. It's an automated email. Just
Okay,
you know what I'm saying. So you can put anything in the subject, anything in the body. Man, you can make a lot of money as a broker. So if you want to make more than that, so you want to if you want to be a rap star.
Yeah.
Right, because that was the point, right?
Yeah.
So that was the first one. The second one is if you just want to make $50,000 to
I got the email
$100,000. You know what I'm saying? Like, I give you a job. My bet is that you're not gonna work. You're not gonna get up every day and work, and so you're not gonna make any money, and you're gonna be like, oh, this is hard. No fucking shit. No fucking shit.
How to
That's
be
hard. Oh man,
I got my email
this
back.
is
How
hard.
to be a freight
Hold on,
broker.
say it again. Say it
I
again.
got my
Say it
email
again. Look
back.
at him. Look at him reading the email. Look at him. That quick, right? Right. Both of y'all got emails on your screen.
Got my email back.
Does it have detailed instructions on how to be a freight broker or
Step
not?
one, step two. It got them here.
Detailed, right? Like, is it long? Is it detailed? And it gives you exact, like, you just became a freight broker. Now the whole world got y'all accountable. Listen, the whole world got y'all accountable, right? We made $60,000 in a month. So you can too.
Step one,
can
step
too.
two, got the
Boom.
script for you.
Boom. No sign-on fee, no bullshit, no cap.
It's a lot of reading.
Yeah,
Some folks ain't
there's
even
a lot
gonna
of
make it through the reading.
I know, cause why? Cause it's hard. Hit the thing, cause it's hard. Cause it's hard. Cause it's
Some folks
hard.
ain't gonna make it through the reading.
That's it, man. Shit, and if
Then
it's
some
that
folks-
hard, man.
Hey, you hit them with one more link after this that you got to go to or whatever and fill out some more stuff. Then some folks ain't gonna get through that part.
Nah, the link is after you find the truck, though.
Ooh.
You gotta actually
is
put in
right
work.
down
Most
my
people are
alley.
not gonna get to the because they're gonna start making phone calls and they're gonna start looking for how to where to find customers, and they're gonna be like, this is hard. Like this isn't easy.
80 to 100 calls a day. That is
This
nothing.
is, oh, that's hard.
That's
80
not
to 100
hard.
calls a
That's
day.
not fucking hard.
And you
They
work
tripping.
for yourself, bro.
That's
like
the part that's
there's
hard
no
for people.
manager.
That's the part that's
There's
hard
no
for people.
manager. There's nobody behind you telling you make
the
more
part
calls, dude. You know what I'm saying? Get off
all
there.
you really need to make is about 40 of them and catch at least 3 or 4 plays per 40 and have them put you in contact with other people. I ain't about to. Y'all need to email that shit first. Get your email first so you can follow these damn instructions and get to that point.
Remember
Man, get your
to
paper,
take
bro.
a 15-minute break every couple of hours and take an hour lunch break halfway through your day.
Yeah.
I was working at a certain
That's it.
billion-dollar company, and they don't give you an hour lunch break.
Yeah, bro.
If you start at 7 a.m., you should be done around 3 p.m. If you start at 8 a.m., you should be done around 4.
So you get to choose
I was
if
working
you start
at
at 7
a
or 8.
billion-dollar company, and we were working 10-hour days and 12 hours during mandatory overtime days that they call extra time.
So
not overtime.
So if anybody ever wants to call me a culture vulture, I'm creating motherfucking jobs in real life in real time.
If you want the most money possible, you can keep going from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. You know, you put in the extra few hours and you do that 10-hour day.
That's hard.
It's not.
That particular
People ain't got no
advice
job
is
already,
in
they got no
red.
kids, they ain't got shit going on. They could do that shit.
Man, listen, and that now the math is insane, man. It's like, all right, so the best thing that can happen is you can get what's called a daily shipper, somebody who ships every day. All right, so let's take a baseline. Let's say that you're moving a truck from California to Oklahoma. All right, and let's say that the customer wants to spend $5,000 to be able to get a truck from California to Oklahoma. So you're going to go and find you a truck for $4,000 and you're getting paid 25% commission. So when you book that truck, you make $250 on that one phone call. However, this is a daily shipper, so they have what's called a load list. Now, a load list is going to give you maybe 20 loads in one day.
Okay.
So now you're on the phone all day because it's really hard and you busting your ass and your back might hurt at the end of the day. But let's say that you book half of them and you book 10 loads and each one of those loads is same type of load, same beginning location and start location. So now you just made how much? $2,500 in one day off one customer.
Pretty good.
Now it's a daily shipper, so that means that they do that every day.
Yep.
Which means now you're making $12,500 a week, and I'm happy as hell because I'm making money from you making. You see what I'm saying? So now in real time, you get to work.
And make $1 million.
I provided all the tools and the resources for you to make $1 million.
But if I find out that you're making $1 million too, then I don't know. That's when everybody turns and say, hold on.
The guy has to get paid who gave me the opportunity? What?
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
They want everything for free, man.
Yeah, I'm not a. You know what? If
You know,
I'm gonna
you're
put
then
this out
labeled
there.
as a gatekeeper.
I am the fucking gatekeeper.
Oh, there you go.
I am the ultimate gatekeeper. I have all the keys. So
Makes sense.
not to my gate, but to all the fucking gates. And then the next generation of gates is going to be even crazier because I put them in position. So like I got a skeleton key for every fucking room in the house on those situations. So I'm a gatekeeper with integrity and morals and ethics and character, you know, who is trying to make the world a better place. So I'm gonna put it like this. I do charity. It's just for widows and orphans. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you a widow and you an orphan, hit me up. You know what I'm saying? There's certain situations where, you know, I'll do charity. Like, but I'm not helping no fucking able-bodied man.
Like you
he
said,
got bad energy.
Like he said, he turned up the chick or whatever, met off Tinder or whatever, because he liked her. Because he liked her.
That's the real music industry key
How
code.
it fucking works.
You feel what I'm saying? It
Damn
wasn't
right.
because she made good music. It was because, hey, wouldn't it be cool if I made you a singer rapper and just got fucking 100 DJs supporting you overnight so you could be more popular than everybody in your city instantaneously?
Yeah.
Why? I don't know. You had good pussy. I don't know. Like,
That's his right.
because I want to.
That's his right.
Knox Bond, ladies and gentlemen, man, appreciate you, man, for dropping so much, goddamn. Dropping it on these folks, man. You gave money-making opportunities. Money-making opportunities.
Now, look, we're going to chop this up for you, okay? So
Are you?
Yeah. We
Oh, that's dope,
yeah,
man. Yeah, because I got so many interviews that, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
That's because that guy is a hard worker. That guy right there,
I can see that,
he's
man,
a hard
with all
fucking
the
worker.
with all the operation of the
Hell
operational.
yes.
You know what I'm saying? So, man, super dope interview, man. You guys, thanks for having me out. Shout out
Feel
my
free to
mother.
bring
Shout
an
out my
artist or
brother.
two, right?
I'm gonna bring
Yeah, if you
some.
have somebody that wants to,
I have like
we definitely can do
fucking
that.
10 artists I'm doing PR for right now because people are starting to understand. Hey, wait a minute. This isn't coincidence. Like this is this guy really, can help. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, when I personally, if I was like a person outside, I would have, the point where I was in Hollywood and Chris Brown's camp leaked the record with me and him and Mariah the Scientist on it on his official fucking Vivo. That's kind of the point where I would have been like, whoa, who the fuck is this guy? You know what I mean? But it takes, like, Trippie Redd's fan base, they went fucking nuts when Next to Me dropped, because they were waiting on the record for 2 years and they knew that there was not a fake version, that nobody had the fucking instrumental, and that if this record dropped, and I didn't drop it, it fucking leaked, and they knew it had to be official. So instantly I went up in the Trippie Redd Discord server where they're talking shit about me. And then they bring me in, they hit me up on Instagram, and they're like, come into the chat, and I tell how I got the record through OVOCJ. And then they kind of are like, holy shit, he's legitimate. They turn me into a meme. And now if you go into the Trippie Redd Discord fan club chat, my name is mentioned over 2,000 times.
That's lit.
2,000 times, bro. They talk about me like they say all types of crazy shit, bro. Like, Knox Bond is God. You know what I'm saying? Like, they really, like, yeah, bro. Yeah, shout out Trippie Redd's fan base and Trippie Redd's Discord, man.
What I will say, though, is, again, a lot of folks don't realize that there is homework.
Oh, history, man.
History.
Yeah.
Research that you should be doing. You should be able to know how to describe your craft in more ways than one, like you were speaking a different language. So if you wasn't able to decipher when he spoke about what he said, OVOCJ, Discord, Trippie Redd, if you didn't really hear that information and you kind of just zoned out while he was breaking down how you can actually break in off of leak situations, or just, just how he found out he was the man. Like, again, you have to be able to decipher, because once you meet the right people and you went through the right paths and that damn jumped the right hurdles and then got the parts to build your jet so you can goddamn get through these gates and beyond, you gonna know all these names and you gonna know how to decipher when a real person is talking, because they authentic, because they did the shit before, and then because they making it happen in real time. So that's what you have right here, and I appreciate you, man, because it's just been like a master class that I've been paying attention and learning and soaking from. So again,
that's the thing. Like, everybody, and thank you, bro. I appreciate that. First off, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Everybody wants to get me on the phone, because just having me in a conversation, I might fuck around and tell you 5 things that turn you from poor to rich. Like, in real shit, just on a conversation. So, like, I have to charge to talk to you on the phone.
Yeah.
I have to, like, because otherwise I'm not getting shit out of it. And you're not a fucking widow or an orphan, so I don't want to do charity for you. I have to charge. So people want to get me on the phone and, like, ask me questions and shit. And I'm like, yeah, I'll answer your questions, but you got to actually pay me.
Yeah,
316-771-1274, or just hit up CEO Miami Mike. Yeah, you know, man, what it is, man.
You know what it is.
Yeah,
you know,
and if you in the industry, you know who the fuck Miami Mike is, man. Yeah. Shout out my bro. That's my brother right there, man.
Yeah, if you know, you know, man. That's, again, I know you could do this all day, man, but only certain folks can really get this type of game, for free. And y'all are lucky that y'all watching this on. For those that have watched this, and again, I just feel like some folks just have to kind of learn how to recognize recognize real and doing the research and that's why I'm doing the podcast in itself, because not only do I get the chance to meet these people and build my network with each person I work with, I also dropping breadcrumbs and, like you said, teaching the next gatekeepers that will come up, and they gonna look at me with, and present me with the skeleton keys to continue to do what I'm doing for the next 10 years and beyond.
That's it.
And that's my word to your mother. I've took over for DJ Deceptacon and did one because we about out of time for this week's show or this.
Hey, real quick.
Yeah.
This is Knox Bond with Next Level DJ Coalition and Real Life Music, and you are locked in to Word on the Net.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we was gonna do the drops too and all that good shit, man.
Yeah.
Next Level DJs, make sure y'all follow Knox Bond.
Yeah.
Tap in with the music.
Go repost something, fuckers.
The network.
Go comment on all my shit. Listen.
Yeah, damn it.
You gotta comment or I'm not gonna remember who you are. I'm gonna walk up to you 15 fucking times on, hey, what's up, man? I'm Knox Bond. If you need any promotion, you gotta comment under my post so I remember who the fuck you are.
And again, I feel like we all are students and masters of the craft and masters of our path, and that's why our path, become parallel and it aligns, my brother. So it's beautiful meeting you.
Yeah,
my pleasure. But it's a pleasure being schooled and doing business with you in the future, man. So let's get it, man. This Word on Your Net podcast. DJ Deceptacon.
We out of here.
I love you, DJ Deceptacon, my dog. And we out of here, man.